Yo, 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 what's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Christopher Harold here, live from Dallas Fort Metroplex. And hey, in this video here, I just want to have a quick chit chat and discussion with you about some things that we should pray and don't have to pray about. Because from my experience, a lot of times what I've noticed is that there's some things that may come across and we want to pray, about every single thing. Now, what's up, Terrence? First, let me go ahead and address this. The Bible is clear. It says we should pray without ceasing, right? So we should pray without ceasing. But there's some things in the Bible that it says God desires obedience more than sacrifice. So what do I mean about that? Well, here's some things that you don't have to pray about, that you should just do. See, the biggest issue that most of us have, especially those who are following Christ, is that we have a problem with obedience. And we don't like that word obedience, but that's the biggest issue that we have is obedience. See, there are certain things we don't have to pray about. You don't have to pray about, God, should I forgive this person who wronged me? You don't need to go to God in prayer and ask him, should you forgive someone? Also, you don't need to pray about, Lord, should I love these people? Should I treat people this kind of way? So there are certain things you don't need to pray about. Certain things you should just do. Why? Because out of obedience. See, there's certain things that my kids don't need to ask me. Like, my kids know they need to clean up their rooms. They know they need to make sure the house is clean and in certain kind of order, right? They know those things. Why? Because I already gave them that instruction. I've already told them that. Well, you know what? God operates the same way. God doesn't need to tell you something over and over and over and over again, right? You should just do it. And a lot of folks are wondering, like, wow, why is my life not moving forward? Why is it that I don't think God is speaking to me? Or why is it that I'm not really making much progress in my life? It's because you're not being obedient to the thing God has already told you to do, right? You don't have to ask, well, Lord, should I give, or not? Now, also something that I've seen a lot of folks, ever since we kicked off, really, kicked off Making Impact Ministries with our evangelism ministry. A lot of folks have asking me this: am I supposed to do evangelism? Am I supposed to witness? Yes. You don't have to ask God, am I supposed to share my faith with someone else? Why? Because you've been instructed and told to do this throughout the Bible. The gospel is clear. It says, go and preach the gospel to every creature. The Bible is clear where it says to go and make disciples of all nations, right? So you have a mandate. You don't need to pray and ask God, should you share your faith with someone? You don't need to pray and ask God, what you need to pray and ask God for is guidance and wisdom on how to do it. But you already been told to do it. See, a lot of folks, we look for ways out of things. We look for reasons not to do things. And God said, I've already told you to do that 5 years ago. When are you going to do it? I've already told you to do this. When are you going to do it? And you're looking for that breakthrough, and you're praying, asking God for that breakthrough, and you're not going to get that breakthrough. Why? Because you haven't been obedient to what he told you to do years ago. You understand what I'm saying? So there's certain things you don't need to pray for because you already been told to do it. What you need to do is just be obedient to it. Just do it, like they say with Nike. Just do it, then let God do his thing. You shouldn't have to wonder, God, do I need to share my faith with my neighbor? Do I need to share my faith with my family? Or do I need to share my faith with this stranger here? Do I need to tell them, about the gospel, the good news? Yes, you already been told to do so. So that's nothing to pray about. Just be obedient and do what God has already told you to do. Then watch what happens. So hopefully that makes sense to you. There are certain things you don't need to pray for. All right? If God outlines it in the Word, and you've been instructed to do it, or commanded to do it, you just got to do it. Regardless of how it makes you feel, regardless if you don't want to do it, regardless if it makes you feel uncomfortable, regardless. See, God rewards obedience. He said obedience is better than sacrifice. Your sacrifice, your offerings, your givings, and all, it means nothing if you're not obeying what he told you to do. If you're not obeying, and Jesus said quite clearly, he said, my disciples are known by those who obey me. He said, if you are my disciples, then you will obey what I tell you to do. So it's all about obedience. If you love Christ, you're going to obey him. regardless of how it makes you feel. So hopefully this makes sense to you guys. Like this video, share it as well so it can benefit other people, and comment below as well what your thoughts are about this topic as well, my friend. So hopefully you found this valuable. Until next time, remember this, my friend, before I let you go. Put God first in all that you do, and you too will succeed. Peace and God bless.